everybody, and welcome to today's Section 5 matchup between the Hornell Red Raiders and the visiting Livonia Bulldogs. Second meeting of the year between the two squads. Livonia won the first game 6-0, and I'm going to see if I can adjust some audio issues here we're having.
Hey, let's do what we do early and often, all right?
Guess you can hear me all right, but I'm going to switch some audio adjustments, so we're going to go off the air for just a second. There we go. It's so windy out here, I had to make sure you could hear me clear, not the audio of the wind blowing like crazy as the coaches are at the mound, or at the home plate, kind of studying what's going on with in and out of bounds. 4-5 Livonia comes in. Their head coach is Scott Gilman. Hornell comes in at 4-3, coached by Brian Dyring. On the mound is Taylor Stutzman, coming off of his last performance was stellar, striking out 10 batters against Leroy. See if he can continue things today. Stutzman with a 1.62 ERA. He has 12 strikeouts on the year and has only given up 2 earned runs. Again, a windy but warm day here. It's in the 60s, low 60s here in Hornell. The last time I was here, I had frostbite. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. I was in severe pain for a while because I had to have one of my hands free and able to touch screen here to change the scores and stuff, but so a little bit different. Supposed to be up in the 80s this week. So Kyle Feldman batting .367 to lead things off here for Livonia. And welcome those watching from Livonia. I'm Bob Plaisher, broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. Again, second meeting between the two. Livonia winning the first one 6-0. Hornell had 6 hits in that game. It was really strange. Out of the 7 innings, Hornell put the leadoff batter on 6 times and unable to score. As Noah Faso, who's going to be pitching today for Livonia, is going to take the mound as well. So first pitch down in the dirt. So 0-1 Stutzman. I'm going to zoom back here. Since we're in HD, you can get a shot of the pitcher and the batter. In Maple City Park here on a Sunday, or a sunny Monday. There's a strike, so even things up at 1-1. Second pitch, gonna come back to Stutzman, over to O'Rourke for the out. So 3 strikes, 1 batter out here. Jake Smith batting now for Livonia. Smith batting .273. Takes ball 1. Two and 0. Jake Smith playing second base. There's a strike. 2-1. Still just underway here, 0-0 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. There's a ball up to second baseman Justin D'Amato. Amato able to scoop that one up. Ball outside for ball one. A little low and outside that time. Stutzman falls behind 2-0. Time a little high, 3-0. 3-0, 1 out, or 2 outs. 2 outs here. So a runner gets on. Now the pitcher, Noah Faso, batting .231. Ooh, chases him down. That time with the high inside pitch. 1-0. Checks over the runner. He's going. So stolen base that time by Minahan. He's 7 for 7 for stolen bases on the year, so good base running by Minahan. So 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a strike. 2-2, even things up. So full count. That one's high. There's now 2 men on as Faso works his way to first base. Robbie Stewart at bat. So 2 men on, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Stewart strings through that one. 0-2. Not sure how often he plays, and sometimes statistics kind of are deceiving. He's batting a .087, so not a very good average, but like I said, it depends on. And there's strike 3, so beautiful pitch that time by Stutzman. Today's game is brought to you by Connors and Ferris. Committed to serving you with offices in Buffalo and Rochester, proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders, Connors and Ferris. Stop up and check out the 2018s and 2019s on the lot at Maple City Dodge, Airport and Seneca Road North in Hornell. Great sales, great service, Maple City Dodge. Rhonda Wilsey and Howard Hanna, call 382-4539. Looking to sell your home and purchase maybe your next home or land or property? Call Rhonda Wilsey today at Howard Hanna. John N. Dagan, General and Trial Practice, 324-6690. Serving the Southern Tier since 1989, John N. Dagan. Main Street Redemption Center, Open 7 days a week, 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 Saturday and Sunday. Get your cans and bottles in the Main Street Redemption Center. Poulos and Roselle, Tim Roselle, Bill Poulos. Offices at Crossroads Professional Building. Call 324-7333, Poulos and Roselle. Wine Chiropractic, Dr. John Wine, Dr. Joseph McKay at Wine Chiropractic, 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Get well and stay well with a visit to Wine Chiropractic. And Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union, protection for you for over 50 years. A great place to save, a great place to borrow. 80 Erie Avenue in Hornell. And Airtight of New York, spray foam insulation, airtightofnewyork.com, that is. In a commercial, residential, attics, new construction, old construction, you name it, airtightofnewyork.com. So again, a beautiful sunny day here in the Maple City. Grass is nice and green. Test 1, 2. Okay, ready for Hornell. Number 3, Luke Smith starting things. No, I'm sorry, that's not Luke Smith. Andrew Carson leads things off and swings through that first pitch for strike 1. Carson is Hornell's hottest hitter. He's hitting .400. He's got 10 hits on the year. And strike 2. And like we talked about, Noah Faso just did an outstanding job pitching for Livonia in the first game this year. Gave up 6 hits, no runs. And there's a strikeout as he works Carson back over to the bench. So number 3, Luke Smith, batting .375. He has 9 hits, so Hornell's hottest hitter, and now Hornell's second hottest hitter, Luke Smith, to the plate. And talking about, like, Noah Faso has 22, now 23 strikeouts on the year. As there's a shot, base hit. So Luke Smith, Hornell's first base runner. Now, Spencer Wyand steps to the plate. Wyand batting .286. Hornell is a perfect 19 for 19 on stolen bases this year, so very impressive. Have yet to be caught stealing. And speaking of which, Luke Smith leads that. He's 6 for 6 on stolen bases.
Bring it down a little, bring it down a little. Hey, all right, Bob. Hey, all the way back. Hey, play a lot of D, play a lot of D. Here we go.
Faso comes in with a record of 2-1 on the year pitching. Like I said, impressive 23 strikeouts. He throws over because he knows Luke Smith a threat to steal. Wyand makes contact to the infield. The wind's gotten to make it a little bit tough. Oh, beautiful job there. Now there's 2 outs.
Middle infield, talk. Be there for each other, right? Short way if you can, boys.
Zach Thurston batting for Hornell. Thurston batting .294.
Be on top, 1-4. Come on now.
Faso delivers. And now ball sneaks into the outfield, but Smith's going to stay at second on this steal. It's his 7th steal, a 7 for 7, like I said, stealing a base here this year. So averages a stolen base in every game. His Hornell is 4 and 3. So that's Hornell's 20th stolen base on the year. There's a nice pitch by Faso. 0-2 ahead of Thurston. Pop up. Foul. Out of play. Makes its way almost to the football field. The wind carries that one. It looked like just a routine pop-up that was going to be just foul, and it went all the way out of the stadium because the wind here is howling from west to east or toward the camera. Let's put it from third base to first base. The wind is blowing. Noah Faso on the mound. Looking at a 1-2 count to Thurston. Thurston swings through that one for a foul tip. Still 0-0, bottom of the first inning on the John and Dagan scoreboard. 2 outs here. Noah Faso on the mound for Livonia. Always forget to, I want to ask him if he's related to any of the Fasos that are from Hornell. There's another foul tip by Thurston, stays alive. That was a great athlete, Ryan Faso, who played Hornell basketball and baseball. He got about 20 years ago now, but he was a very good athlete and now is a lawyer down in Florida. And it's the only time I ever heard the name Faso until Noah came along. Ooh, a high pitch that time. So good at bat by Thurston here. 7. This would be the 8th pitch to Thurston. And there's one chopped. And there's the easy out. So good job by Livonia. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301, we'll be back after this commercial break. Facebook Live, stay with us live.
First Heritage Federal Credit Union brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn up to 39 times more interest on your money that just might make you want to dance. ATM refunds, no monthly fees, outstanding local service, and way more interest than those mega banks. What are you waiting for? Switch to free Kasasa checking at First Heritage Federal Credit Union.
Brought to you by Remax Hometown Choice, offices at 117 Main Street. Reggie Gambino, Martha Marino, call 697-3629, a household name. Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating, Air Conditioning, Coal Service. Is State Route 36 in Canisteo. If you leave from Hornell, just keep going straight on 36, you'll come across Mike Palmer's Plumbing and Heating, or call them 698-4444. Hornell Gardens, a Herbert Care community since 1970. Long-term care facility, short-term rehab. They're having a garden day coming up here. Look for details on Peisch TV. And First Heritage Federal Credit Union coming to Hornell spring of this year. Actually, about a month or so away. First Heritage Federal Credit Union will be opening up in Hornell. So top of the second here, still 0-0. On the mound again, it's Taylor Stutzman. Welcome those watching near and far, those from Livonia, those from Florida, wherever you might be watching from. Hornell, Livonia from Maple City Park. Again, if you're just joining us, Livonia beat Hornell 6-0 earlier this season. And it's such a short season, I make it sound like it's long ago, but it was only like a week and a half ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago now. Has a lot of arm on that. Looks like Stutzman. I've never pitched before, but it's very hard trying to keep the papers all together here. Number 21, Tavon Hino, batting. Looks at the first pitch, strike from Stutzman. Stutzman delivers. There's a pop fly to Wyand. And easy play for Spencer Wyand. It's got to be a little tough. Spencer's looking directly into the sun there. But good job, Spencer. And not only that, like I said, you're battling the sun, but you're also battling. I'm going to turn my, excuse me if you see it goes dark for a second. There we go. But like not only is Spencer battling the sun, but the wind as well, so it's a double whammy. But Spencer, there's a shot right to third base, and easy throw. Over to O'Rourke. As you can hear the wind, I apologize, nothing I can do about it. I'm not Father Nature where I can say something to Mother Nature. There's another shot. Nice play. Over to first, and throws it a little bit wide that time. So Zach Miles, playing third, had a little bit of trouble. Great track down that time of the ball. Stutzman throws it at first to keep Kyle Huber a little honest. Throws over again. So Jake Wenzel batting 182. He's been struck out 13 times this year. Just trying to make sure Huber stays on first. 1 and 2. And there's strike 3. So we're going to go to the bottom of the second. Again, welcome those watching on Facebook Live. Bob Pleischer broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. Jason Scotty. Hey Jim, how you doing? Jim Blum. Watching from Auburn, PA, Tom Toffany. Hope I said your name right, Tom. Ray Schwartz. Again, Facebook Live on a beautiful Monday afternoon, except for the wind. But I tell you what, since our last broadcast, it was 36 degrees, or about 28 degrees with a wind chill. I'll take it. Still on the mound is Noah Faso for the Bulldogs. Remember, there's games all week live on Pike Sports Facebook, Hornell Red Raiders. Since this is their first game since coming back from spring break. Like I said, 4 and 5, Livonia comes in. They took a trip for their spring break and went down south. They played a bunch of teams from Kentucky, losing to Whitley County 8-1, Lawrence County 17-0, and Knox Central 12-4. So they had a little bit of a rough trip down there in spring break. It's got to be tough to travel. And then Justin D'Amato foul tips the first one for strike 1. Then they righted the ship when they came back and beat Perry Mount Morris 15-1. And then losing to Haverling 6-3, and then beating the Hornell like we talked about 6-0, and then Dansville 5-4. Our last game was against Wayne Cohocton on the 27th, where they won 10-3. So 0-2 to D'Amato. Or is this isn't D'Amato, is it? Is it? Yes, it is D'Amato. Sorry, I'm looking directly in the sun here. Well, that isn't D'Amato, that's... Uh-oh. And great base running that time. Jake Smith. So on a pass ball, what happened there is the hitter swang through strike 3, but since the ball got away from the catcher, he was able to advance to first and then still couldn't find the ball. So able to advance to second. Faso delivers. Foul tip by Matt Oyer, who's batting 158. Sorry if I'm a little slow here getting updates on the scoreboard here. Still at the bottom of the second, 0-0. Pitch in the dirt that time. 1-1. Another ball, a little low. 2-1. Jake Smith on second base for Hornell. No outs. 2-1 count to Oyer as he takes a short second to go over and talk to Coach Brian Dyring. Oh, there was some confusion there on signals. What do they say? Got your signals crossed. Oh no. That's not the best way to bunt, but unfortunately, able to make contact, but bunted it straight up in the air. Is now Justin D'Amato. There's a base hit by D'Amato. Should bring a run home. No, he's not. Good job that time getting the ball in quickly. As D'Amato puts runners on the corners for Hornell with only one out.
52 infield.
So Connor O'Rourke, the first baseman, batting 158 at the plate. And no attempt to throw down as D'Amato steals second. So 2 runners in scoring position here for O'Rourke. So if O'Rourke can make good contact here, should score the first points runs of the game. So 1-0. There's a shot, bobbled by the second baseman. Ooh, and run into each other. That actually wasn't a good position for the first baseman that time. You're supposed to basically stay out of the way of the running base there, and he kind of got behind the bag. Apologize if we lose you occasionally here with the wind. I'm not sure how fresh we're staying with our signal. I apologize. So a runner does score for Hornell. Jason Dutra, the catcher. Good stop for him. Two balls, one strike. Ball high. 3-1. So a run home here in the bottom of the second. 3-1 count. Taylor Stutzman, the batter, batting 182. That one's low. As beautiful job by Stutzman that time, working his way into a walk down to first base. So again, runners on the corner for Hornell. Andrew Carson, the leadoff. Another one in the dirt. Ooh, Carson tries to get out of the way and almost ran into the way of the baseball. You got to be careful when you do that. So I don't know if they can call that interference or not, but it definitely wasn't intentional by Carson. Carson's just trying to get out of the way of a loose ball there. It all comes down, it's ball one. Ball's low. 2-0 as Noah Fasso's having a little bit of trouble here finding the strike zone. Good pitcher here for. And there's a chopper foul. There's a strike to 2-2. Carson, like I said, comes in as Hornell's hottest hitter, batting .400. Struck out the first time. He has 10 hits on the season. Oh, and there's strike 3. Beautiful pitch by Faso that time. Just kind of handcuffed Carson. So if you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301, we'll be back after this commercial break. Facebook Live, stay with us.
Come see why these folks and others drive several miles past several other dealerships to do business with us here at Maple City Dodge.
The reason I came to Maple City Dodge was due to Gary Harwood. I've bought several vehicles here, and I keep coming back because you can't beat the service.
We came to Maple City Dodge for their outstanding sales and service.
We've purchased our last 2 vehicles from Maple City Dodge and we'll be back again.
It's worth the drive to Maple City Dodge because we have the best sales and service and we'll prove it.
So top of the third. At bat for Livonia, Kyle Feldman, and he gets hit by the pitch. You could hear that from here. That couldn't have felt too good. It takes it like a champ, though. It must have hit something meaty there. I could hear the thud from here, even with the wind. I wonder if anyone's ever charged the mound in high school baseball. Ball gets away, an easy stolen base that time by Feldman. That's the 24th stolen base on the season for Livonia. Again, like I said, if we have any troubles with streaming or get some choppy motion, I apologize. We're here on a very windy day. I'm not sure how that affects it, but I got to come up with some excuse. There's a strike, yep. 1-2. Jake Smith, the second baseman. That one's down. Another stolen base. So that's the 25th stolen base on the year. Just keep adding to it if you're keeping score at home. It is 2-2. And there's strike 3. Alex Minahan now. So 1-0, Minahan. There's a strike, 1-1. He's out at home. Ooh. Looked like he might have been safe, but The official's right there. I don't know if he tried to leap. So it's hard to tell from here. I mean, the umpire's right there. Maybe he just missed the plate. Hope I caught it on video. I'm sorry, I'm looking into the sun here, so a little bit difficult, but I have no replay, unfortunately. So it's going to take us to the bottom of the third. Like I said, the officials are right there, or the umpire is right there, so. Nice windy day here in the Maple City. As one of our viewers said, you got to slide into home plate, and he's right. Like I said, I think he tried to dodge the tag and kind of flipped around home plate, and then finally a great play by Zach Thurston was able to tag him out, and a great throw home by O'Rourke, the first baseman. It's the only thing I can figure, and like I said, the umpire is right there. He knows. I mean, he's not more than 2 feet from the thing, and obviously the fans from Livonia weren't happy. I just thought something looked a little squirrely there when he came across the plate. Like he tried to hop. But Luke Smith now leading things off for Hornell. Just got a nice visit from former coach, Lenny Caruso. There's a little blooper. Easy play by Faso, and Luke Smith's down in 1 pitch. Don't forget to log on and Peisch Sports on Facebook to see a full slate of games we got this week, with a number of rainouts we've had and snowouts, I should say. That we got a full slate of games coming your way live on Facebook this week. Faso. Spencer Wyand at bat for Hornell. Looks at ball 1, so 1-1. Let's bring your dog to the park day. As I hear a dog barking in the stand. Oh, I hear 2 of them now. So Faso behind 2-1. Ball inside, 3-1. Ooh, a nice pitch that time by Faso. Full count. Spencer Wyand batting .286. Chops 1 foul.
Hitting my way, right? My way. Right there.
Spencer and Taylor Stutzman, the only left-sided batters Hornell has. There's strike 3, and it looked like it might have been a little inside, but caught just enough of the corner to send Spencer Wyand down. Zach Thurston to the plate. The other left-handed batter, like I said, is Taylor Stutzman. He's one of the anomalies there. He throws right and bats left. It's just the opposite of me. I throw left and bat right and play golf right. I guess that's why I'm so talented. Foul tip, 1-1. What do they say about left-handed people? They're very artistic. I'm a horrible speller, I admit that. Strike 2, nice pitch that time, a little bit high and inside, kind of handcuffed Thurston that time. So Faso trying to get out of the inning here. A little low. The fans wanted it, didn't get it, but nice pitch by Faso. There's a chopper, back to Faso, easy play for the third out. So nice inning that time by Noah. So that's gonna take us to the bottom of the third. Or top of the fourth, I'm sorry. There's Coach Glenn Gilman and his team. Livonia, one of Hornell's rivalries with every sport, basically. Last year in baseball, and so far this year, Livonia's had the upper hand, winning the 2017 Class B state championship. Just an impressive year. Reed Van Scooter, who went off to Binghamton. I looked up Reed's stats today. I really don't understand. I have to look a little bit more. They get, of course, when you're Division I, they got like 15 pitchers on the schedule or on their roster. It has his record as 0-1 and a 5.5 ERA. And I don't understand. I got to look at it a little bit closer. There's that dog up there. Let me take a zoom in. It's not a Rottweiler, so everyone is safe. And I shouldn't be saying that. I'm not targeting them. So Taylor Stutzman still pitching for Hornell. Steve Harrison. Jerry Dunning, how you doing? And Will McNellis also joining us on Facebook Live. So Noah Faso, who's been kind of a rocky road here so far on the mound, got out, pitched the bottom of the third very well. Now at the plate for Hornell, or for Livonia. Let's see if he can get on base here. First pitch, Stutzman is strike 1 to Faso. Like I said, when Hornell played up there, I wouldn't say they were overly matched by any means. It could have been a lot more interesting game. Just couldn't get across the plate. Great defensive play. And he's safe. Beautiful hustle that time by Noah. That time Smith bobbled it at third. It was a hard hit. So Robbie Stewart, who's been struggling at the plate this year for the Bulldogs. Only a freshman, so brought up from the JV team. So far, good eye by Stewart. Stutzman falls behind 2-0. over to first. Everyone yells back for the next 10 minutes. Stutzman delivers. Ball gets away from Thurston. As now there's a runner at second. 3-0 to Robbie Stewart. And there's a 4-pitch walk to Stewart. That brings up Tavion Hino. Still nobody else, 2 men on. And a foul bunt foul, I should say. So Stutzman gonna try see if he can limit the damage here and get a few outs. Had 1-0 or 0-1 to Tavion Hino. And oh, careful, there we go. Stolen bases as both the runners advance. So runners on second and third now. 0-2 count to Tavion. It's going to tie the ball game. Beautiful job that time by Hino. So Matt Hyde. Stutzman delivers and Hyde swings through that one. 0-1. Beautiful pitch by Stutzman that time. There's a strike. 0-2. So 1-1 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. There's strike 3. Oh, and that's not a good decision that time by Thurston. You want to give up the runner to first. So, I don't know if they would call an error on that or just a bad play. So Thurston, I know, I just realized what he did, but great running by Livonia as they take the lead now. Unfortunate turn of events there. So definitely the run is more important than the out in that situation, and Thurston just didn't realize it, and that happens, high school. So 1-2. Another shot to D'Amato, second baseman, easily over to O'Rourke, but 2 runs to score. So we're going to take you to the bottom of the 4th now. It's an Today's game is brought to you by Wine Chiropractic, Dr. John Wine, Dr. Joseph McKay. Get well and stay well with a visit to Wine Chiropractic 20 Park Drive in Hornell. And by Hornell Erie Federal Credit, and a great place to stay. Have a great place to borrow. 80 Erie Avenue in Hornell. Airtight of New York spray foam insulation. Call 368-2842. New and old construction, commercial, residential. Airtightofnewyork.com. And Remax Hometown Choice, 117 Main Street in Hornell. Martha Marino, Reggie Gambino, 117 Main Street, 697-3629. Mike Palmer Plumbing and Heating, Air Conditioning Services. Call 698-4444. Stop down in State Route 36 in Canisteo. Mike Palmer Plumbing and Heating. And Hornell Gardens, a Robert Care Community. Long-term care facility, short-term rehab at Hornell Gardens. And by First Heritage Federal Credit Union, coming soon here right across from the tennis courts at Hornell High School. You can see all the construction. I'd zoom into it, but I can't see it through here. First pitch strike by Faso. Jake Smith at the plate for Hornell. Fouls one off. So quickly ahead, Faso 0-2 to Smith. Bottom of the fourth inning. Good eye by Smith that time. One and two. Two and two now. So works the count full that Smith has done here. And strike three. So good pitch by Faso.
Way to come back and get him, Noah.
So strike to Demetrius Kabik, batting 143. Ooh, that ball looked a little low. So but 0-2. One and two. Who let the dogs out? Strike three as Faso sends Kabik down. So 2 outs here. Noah last inning, this inning, very efficient pitching for the Bulldogs. Pop fly. And nice catch. Like he said, you're penalty struggling against the wind, but also the sun. That was a great catch by Kyle Huber. So we go to the top of the 5th. Those watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301, we're going to take a commercial break. Facebook Live, stay with us.
Join Connors and Ferris in supporting the Kelly Tough Every Score, benefiting Hunter's Hope.
Every time the Bills score, children win.
For more information, visit ConnorsandFerris.com.
If you get hurt at work, you want to be able to turn to a professional you can trust, someone on your side. Call 262-COMP today and get the results you deserve.
Connors and Ferris, committed to serving you.
So welcome back. Pop fly, I can't tell where that is. Like I said, the wind carries it enough to Jake Wenzel. Two and one. Stutzman still on the mound for Hornell. There's a shot. Beautiful play. Shortstop Andrew Carson makes a beautiful play for Hornell. So number 8, Kyle Huber. One and one. Two and one to Huber. Wow, the wind has stopped. Oh, maybe not. There's strike 2. So Stutzman on the mound for the Raiders here. Top of the 5th inning. 2-1. Full count. 2-1 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. As Hornell they had this game in hand, but seemed to be cruising right along with a 1-0 lead, but things kind of got out of control. Some great stealing, base stealing by the Bulldogs here, is able to get them to climb back in, and a clutch base hit by Robbie Stewart. Or it was a base hit, a clutch sacrifice. He pulls him off the bag. Good hustle by Kyle, but that was basically an error by Stutzman that enabled Kyle to get to base as her work gets pulled off. But good hitting that time nonetheless. Anytime you make contact and able to get on is a great thing. And they got a runner hopefully in a run down. And they tagged him. So 2 outs now. It's not good base running decision that time by Kyle Feldman. He caught himself in no man's land there. And he knows he kind of made a mistake. Base running is, or base runners on base has been at a premium here today, so anytime you can get on base, you want to make sure you don't blow it. Yeah, there's got to be more talking. I didn't hear anything from the Hornell bench that time saying where that ball was, as the ball got a third strike pass ball that time. Unfortunate for Thurston. And they're going to intentionally walk Faso. Or Minahan, I'm sorry. Now Faso's up bat with 2 outs. Minahan, their best hitter, intentionally walk. I don't know. I'm really not a fan of that intentional walk. Make the pitcher pitch out, you know, because there's been mistakes and errors and people can steal bases and stuff. I'm not sure why they implemented it in high school baseball, maybe, and I'm all for speeding up the game, believe me. There's a strike. So 1-1. There's a shot back to, and a beautiful job recovering that time is Stutzman. So that's going to take us to the bottom of the 5th. Don't forget to stop in. Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union. Thanks for your support. Airtight of New York, thank you. Remax Hometown Choice. Mike Palmer Plumbing and Heating. Hornell Gardens. First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Connors and Ferris. Maple City Dodge. Rhonda Wilsey and Howard Hanna. John N. Dagan. Main Street Redemption Center. Poulos and Roselle. Wyand Chiropractic, and Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union again. So thanks for your support. Allowed to bring you live Hornell Sports on Peisch Sports. Noah Faso still on the mound. Bottom of the 5th. So Connor O'Rourke leading things off here at the bottom of the 5th for the Red Raiders. One four, fill up the zone. I can't even see with the sun. Low and inside. O'Rourke takes ball 1. Inside again. 2-0.
Hey, Noah, come on now, pound zone, kid.
Pop fly. Easy. Out to the outfield. Taylor Stutzman. Right to the first baseman. Easy job that time, John Futter. So 2 quick outs here. Andrew Carson to the plate for Hornell.
Hey, 1-4, hey, 1-4. Get her down a little, come on, kid.
Another pop up. So 6 pitch inning here for Faso. It's going to take us to the top of the 6th. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301, we'll be back. Facebook, stay with us live.
First Heritage Federal Credit Union brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn up to 39 times more interest on your money that just might make you want to dance. ATM refunds, no monthly fees, outstanding local service, and way more interest than those mega banks. What are you waiting for? Switch to free Kasasa checking at First Heritage Federal Credit Union.
So foul ball, Robbie Stewart. First pitch. He's the one that got things going for Livonia earlier with the sacrifice at the RBI. So top of the 6th inning here. Robbie Stewart looking at an 0-2. I think Robbie thought he was going to strike out there. His way his mannerisms were. Mannerisms. So behind, or was ahead 0-2 now, 2-2 to Robbie. Outside, works a count full. So good patience by Robbie Stewart, the freshman. There's strike 3. So number 21, Tavion Hino at the plate. Two and one. Nice try charging at that time by D'Amato, but just is Hino able to beat that one out? He would have been safe anyways because the ball got away from First baseman O'Rourke. He knows 4 for 4 for stolen bases this year, so he's going to be on the mind. Oh, and the ball breaks free, but unfortunately, both the second baseman and shortstop, or third baseman and shortstop, unable. So it gets through Smith and Carson. Ball makes its way to the outfield. So now runners on first and second, nobody out here. Kyle Huber at bat. Kind of looking like he was going to bunt there. Let's see if he shows that again. Throw over to second. Can't have a ball going to the dirt here, as this is of utmost importance to make sure that Thurston's able to control every pitch here. So 2-1 to Feldman, or Huber, I'm sorry. There's a strike. Even things up at 2-2 from Stutzman. Here's a good pitch. Foul, though. Runners head back to first and second. As Alex Minahan is warming up in the Livonia bullpen. Ball's in the dirt and double steal as runners advance. So now runners in scoring positions here, both in scoring positions, are running on contact. Oh, and he drops the ball. Oh, how unfortunate. Is that Kabek, Demetrius Kabek out in left field, unable to handle the shot out there, and it looked like he had a beat on it, and then it's just dropped it. As both runners, no, just one runner came home just in case, thought he was going to catch it. So instead of 2 outs, and well, it really ended up because he dropped it and it thought they were going to catch it, did limit the run to 1. I think the runner was going to score no matter what, but was able to, I guess the bad side of that, the runner on second was able to advance to third, and of course there's still only 1 out, as that Kyle Huber was the batter that time. Love to run. Another stolen base attempt. They had 23 coming into today's game. Stolen bases. Hornell had 19. There he goes again. dirt. It's going to score another run. So suddenly the floodgates are a little bit open here. 2 more runs this inning. It's a strikeout by Stutzman. Sorry, I missed that one. So runner on third. Stutzman delivers in the dirt again. Oh, and that ball's not handled by Thurston, is overthrown Stutzman, and another run comes home as another error is tacked on to Hornell's stats. That was one of the things that really dragged Hornell down the first time these two teams met. Hornell had double-digit errors, and you can't win games with that kind of error production. Especially from a team that's, you know, I don't want to say rebuilding like Livonia, but coming off a state championship. They lost a lot of seniors, but a lot of quality juniors and sophomores have come up here to take the place and have proved themselves well here, as Livonia's always a threat to win games. I remember announcing last year and saying they couldn't wait to Radrian Scooter went to college. Well, it looks like Livonia has just rebuilt themselves again here. There's a strike out. So bottom of the 6th. But not before 3 more runs come home and Livonia takes a 5-1 lead here at Maple City Park. Paul Brewer joining us on Facebook. Dominic Scale from Florida. James Breedlove is watching the eyes. Doug Drake works up at Maple City Dodge, one of our main sponsors. So Hornell with only 2 chances here to try to get something going is Noah Faso is still pitching for Livonia. We saw Minahan warming up, but Luke Smith. Faso delivers inside of the curve ball. 1-0. So Hornell, I think this with Noah pitching here late innings. Now that would have been another ball. I would have been taking all the way there. Try to let Noah. That's what Livonia's done so well, has been patient here and produced a few walks. I think Hornell should do the same here. As that time Smith swung through another ball, or fouled off, which would have been a ball, I should say. That was a good pitch, but now 0-2. Smith finds himself behind. base runner here is another foul tip as Luke Smith stays alive. Luke Smith being honored as Sports Player of the Year, Male Sportsman of the Year for Hornell, for the sports night, not Hornell High School, but the sports night we have every year. And coming up May 12th in Hornell, tickets are available at Wegmans. We got Goose Gossage, we got Jose Canseco coming. We have James Lofton from the Buffalo Bills. Ken Shamrock is MMA and WWE wrestler. And there's strike three. Beautiful pitch that time by Faso. And Anna Flights is the Sportswoman of the Year. So good job to Hornell seniors. Anna Flights going to states for track. Also a good soccer player. Spencer Wyand to the plate. Chops one foul. Again, that's May 12th, the Hornell Sports Night. Again, James Lofton, Jose Canseco, Goose Gossage, Ken Shamrock, and Ernie Shavers, too, a professional boxer, boxed Muhammad Ali, will be there as well to sign autographs. Spencer Wine looking at 0-2, 1 out here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Bob Pleasure broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. And beautiful job that time. Jake Wenzel. Oh. Third baseman Jake Wenzel makes a nice play. Zach Thurston. So 2 outs with Thurston. Swings through that one, 0-1. Thurston gets a base hit. And right field. Floyd Farley, Kirk Scholes joining us, Paul Brewer. Just had his stag party, Paul. Sorry I couldn't make it. Had to work Saturday.
My way, Bell, you got back. Move over towards the back.
Slow chopper that time by Jake Smith. Earns himself a base hit. So 2 men on here with 2 out. So Noah Faso finds himself with 2 guys on now. Batting for Hornell, Matt Oyer. Ooh, strike. That ball was in the dirt. Generous strike zone that time. You know when the ball kicks up dust that it's in the dirt. Like that. Runners advance, the ball hits the dirt. That's one thing Coach Dyrene kind of tries to hit home here is you see a ball hit the dirt, especially like that one, had to try to steal a couple bases here, and that's exactly what happened. So runners on second and third now. One and one. High, 3-1 now. So Noah Faso, we saw, like I said, Alex Minahan warming up in the Livonia bullpen, but hasn't. There's a strike, full count. So Scott Gilman, the head coach for Livonia, hasn't decided to put him in yet. So. Loaded the bases now. Justin D'Amato, a chance to get things a little closer here. Of course, one swing of the bat could tie the ball game if he hits a grand slam. But he looks at ball one. Faso. Grand slam would be pretty cool, but with the wind blowing the way it is, be almost possible. 2-0 now as Faso's behind. That's one thing. I just keep taking until he throws a strike. There's a strike. Chop foul. So 2-2 now. Oh, and strike three. The ball was a little high, but Faso able to recover that time after loading the bases. So Hornell a golden chance that time to get a couple runs on the board here to bring it closer. Now we're going to go to the 7th inning if you're watching on Spectrum Cable 1301. We'll be back after this.
Our customers expect the highest level of sales and service here at Maple City Dodge.
I don't buy a lot of trucks because they last so long, but I know I'll be back to Maple City Dodge for my next one.
We always shop around, and we've ended up buying our last 6 vehicles from Maple City Dodge. They always have the best deals.
I've always found their service department to be prompt and courteous.
Come on down to Maple City Dodge, where we make buying a car easy and fun.
Okay, so I was able to solve that mystery here about Noah Faso pitching. Jake Smith now pitching for Hornell. 1 pitch, 1 out. There goes Jake Smith. Minahan. So what I was saying there, sorry to, I'll wait till Minahan here, bats. Nice pitch. Ryan Faso, who did play for Hornell back 20-odd years ago or more, this is his cousin that plays for Livonia. I was just talking to Noah's father. I figured he just told me how they're related. They are cousins or first cousin once removed or something, so they are close relation. Yeah, safe, good hustle that time. Ball took just a little too long to get out of the infield, and D'Amato had to chase to get it. And so we have a runner on. 1 out. You can see the sun starting to... There's a base hit. So good hit by Faso. We were just talking about him. Noah doesn't have Ryan Faso's height. Of course, Noah's only a sophomore, so Ryan Faso was about 6 foot something from Hornell. And of course, like I said, he's probably, I think, first cousin once removed. Another stolen base, so they're really tacking on the stats here today. As Faso makes his way to second. So 2 on, no, or 1 out here. Top of the 7th. On the mound for Hornell is Zach Miles. That's a good pitch by Miles that time. There's strike 3. Pitch as Alex Flanagan goes down. Tavian Hino up. Ooh, has to get chased inside that time. Ball 1. Now Luke Faso is watching us online. What relation are you, Luke? Like I said, it's interesting when you only hear a name once and never hear anything about the name again, and all of a sudden a Faso shows up in Livonia. We know they're related. It's like my name's Peischer, and I'm related to every single Peischer in the United States with my name. There's probably about 70 of us now. And the reason that is that my great-great-grandfather changed the name from P-Y-S-H-E-R to P-E-I-S-H-E-R. So I am related to a bunch of other Peischers, but there's different spelling. One and 2. Tavian Hino. A little high, 2 and 2. So Luke Faso is, are you older or younger? He is the brother of Noah. Did a heck of a job here today pitching for Livonia, and the first time Hornell played Livonia as well. Hoping you're older and already graduated. That way we don't have to deal with you in sports. If you're that good or better than your brother. So we gotta go to the bottom of the 7th. I hope you're older so we don't have to deal with you too coming through. I was trying to think this Noah's kind of how tall is Noah? He was only sophomore, that's why I said he's about 5 feet. Yeah. I remember Ryan Hornell. Ryan was 6 foot something. Yeah. He was thin, real thin. But now, did you say Ryan's father was your brother?
No, Ryan's father's
First cousin. Okay. So these guys are second cousins.
right.
You're younger, darn it. I was just talking to your father here. I see you posted that as well. And Faso is staying on the mound here to complete the game. Like I said, I think Hornell has to be patient here when you get a pitcher, even though no, he really hasn't lost much this game. Just make him throw strikes here. Take a few balls, a few pitches here. Maybe we can get a few runners on. Oh, with the way the sun is, I got to stay tight on the batter. Ooh, and it hits a, like I said, it's good that we got the first runner on here as O'Rourke takes one for the team. A lot of terminology that they use in normal speeches and stuff that came from baseball. Stutzman stakes strike one.
Hey, back to the pitcher, Feldman. Be at second.
Hornell's down to their last 3 at-bats unless they can create something here. Luke, or as Connor O'Rourke's on first. Noah Fossil pitching for Livonia. That ball's low. Inside for 2-1.
Noah, come on now.
There's a shot up in the air.
One down now, Noah. One down, guys.
So easy out. Pop fly, 1 out now. Hornell down to their final 2 at bats, unless they can create some action here.
Make sure it won. Feldy. Make sure it won. Right there, right there. Who's got back? Right, talk it over. Never know.
Ooh. Still throwing some heat that time, but Faso just a bit high. Anytime your catcher has to jump there.
Go up the zone, kid. Come on now. Come on, Noah. Got one down. Hey, baby.
2-1. Wow, the wind stopped. So 3-1 now.
Come on, Noah. Come on, Noah. Come on now. Fill up the zone, kid.
At the plate is Carson. There's a strike, full count.
Come again, Noah. Come again.
So Faso getting ready to deliver the pitch. And strike 3.
Way to go, Noah.
So down to their last batter here at the plate is Luke Smith. Strike one. There's a shot. Base hit. So now runners at first and second, 2 outs. I know there's a forced play at at third as well, so. Spencer Wyand. Ball's high, ball one. There's a strike, so Hornell down to its final 2 strikes. As the sun is beating down on us here. And the wind. There's a pop fly. It's gonna make its way. So Faso getting ready to deliver. Hopefully strike 3. He's thinking. Faso in the dirt. Yeah, eat the ball, as the coach was saying. No sense in giving Hornell any advances. So now runners on the corners. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 pitch away. Spencer Wyand looking to keep things alive here for the Red Raiders. And there's the ball game. It's a beautiful job pitching a complete game by Noah Faso. Again, like to thank our advertisers. Hornell's going to drop to 4-4. Livonia improves to 5-5. Again, I'm Bob Peicher. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. Don't forget games all week here on Peich Sports on Facebook. Thanks for joining us. Again, the final score, 5-1, Livonia. Until next time, thanks for joining us.